All right, Kid Coggins here with you on the WJOS Radio Sports Desk. And that's where the Tennessee Volunteers are now state champions and national champions. As you may have heard, they won the World Series in baseball. They played that in Oklahoma. First time this season playing Texas A&M. They didn't win, but second time they played them, they won. The final score was 6-5. Tennessee scoring 6, Texas A&M scoring 5. So yeah, pretty close game by a point. And looking forward to high school football. That is coming up very soon in August, as a matter of fact. And just waiting for the automation to send it back over here to the studio. And after that, we'll continue on here. Alright, it is now been switched over. So, essentially, I got the Appalachian Fair schedule now. Monday night, August 19th, is Jackson Dean. Tuesday night, August 20th, is Austin Snell, splitting the night with Chase Matthew. Wednesday night, August 21st, is Parmley. Thursday night, August 22nd, is Ann Wilson. Friday night, August 23rd, Tyler Braden is splitting the night with Drew Parker. And Saturday, August 24th, Diamond Rio closes out the show. You can get your tickets online now via Appalachian Fair. I believe it's AppalachianFair.com. And, of course, WXBQ.com, or win them from WXBQ as well. And let's see here. I think if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much about it. Those of you that went to the event at Freedom Hall last night, I hope everybody had a great time. I did. Went there and heard Tiger Lily Gold. It was interesting to hear a slowed down version of 9 to 5. And though I didn't record any videos of that, I thought about it, but I ended up not doing that. Anyways, it's all good. And hoping within the next few weeks or so to have the 2024 schedule for Science Hill High School football and some other high school games throughout the area. You can listen to Science Hill's game coverage on ESPN Tri-Cities, WKTP, Jonesboro, Johnson City at 1590 AM or 97.7 FM online at ESPNTriCities.com. With Luke Pennington producing the broadcast back at the ESPN Tri-Cities studios in Kingsport. And as for who's doing the play-by-play, I don't know yet. Kyle Cooper is in Wisconsin now, so yeah, that's where he is at the moment, and he might stay there. I don't know, but he is there, and I'm assuming Bart Leone will still be on there doing the play-by-play or assisting with that. And of course, you can also listen to the Dobbins-Bennett game coverage. That's ESPN Tri-Cities for Kingsport. That's WKPT. Yeah, Jonesboro, Johnson City is WKTP. And Kingsport is WKPT. Yeah. KTP and KPT. Yeah. But, that is 1400 AM or 94.3 FM And, of course, online at ESPNTriCities.com with play-by-play provided by Steve Wilmoth and Todd Freeman. With Scott Stevens producing the broadcast back at the ESPN Tri-Cities studios in Kingsport. So got Science Hill Hilltoppers, Dobbins Bennett Indians. Now let's talk about the Tennessee High Vikings. You can listen to that game coverage with play-by-play provided by David Dow and Daniel Pennington, producing the broadcast back at the ESPN Tri-Cities studios in Kingsport. That's on WOPI Bristol, 1490 AM or 98.1 FM. As always, online at ESPNTriCities.com. And I'm honestly looking forward to the first game of the season where Science Hill will be taking on Elizabeth, and hopefully we'll get that trophy this year. Hopefully Science Hill will get that trophy this year. Elizabeth won last year, and people were a little upset about that on the Science Hill side. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. So hopefully Science Hill will win this year. Of course, for Daniel Boone and David Crockett game coverage, you can listen to the play-by-play on AM 910 WJCW with the play-by-play provided by Bobby Rader, who is also on the Vol Network with John Wilkerson in Knoxville. Speaking of the Vols, they've got a game coming up. It's Tennessee football. That's August 31st. It's their first game. They'll be playing Chattanooga at Neyland Stadium. I think the game starts like 12:45. If I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, a lot of great games to go to this year. And of course you got Westridge on 104.9 Nash Icons, where you get to hear those broadcasts. And some Dobbins Bennett game coverage. You can hear that. As well as on ESPN Tri-Cities, you can hear it on 640 AM, WXSM. You can also listen to the Morning Monster on there with Bobby Rader and WJHL sports reporter Kenny Hawkins. But, yeah, of course, don't forget, Tim Duggar is coming to Bristol Motor Speedway on September 20th. The concert is at 7:30 p.m. that Friday night. It's the day before the race. So, and of course, his latest release is called Lived Long Enough. Hopefully he'll release 2 other ones he's promoting soon. He's been promoting Stars Over Alabama and Good With Numbers, which is where he samples the 8675309 in the country style of things. And for those of you that went to Country Thunder, but that was a great time. I didn't go to it. I just stayed home and listened to it on the radio. But before we go tonight, hope everybody had a great 4th of July. And trying to remember, I think Morgan Wallen he has a new song on the radio called Lies, Lies, Lies. I think he might have already released it to a streaming platforms. I have to get back to you on that. But Craig Campbell hasn't released anything to country radio in quite a while. He did a recording of Yours If You Want It, that song by Rascal Flatts. He did a recording of that. I wonder if he if he like helped write that or something, because he's got the Lost Files Exhibit A and then the Lost Files Exhibit B, both albums. And then he recently, actually this year, 2024, released an album called Class of '89, and it's kind of cool how that was done. He the first track is just 7 seconds, like somebody had imagined it's him or his producer or something. It's like, just a random tape sound, just putting it's a recording of cassette tape being put in, like gonna press play, and then it just goes so perfectly from that into his cover of Killin' Time, which was a song recorded by Clint Black. So that's pretty much all the sports info I have for you at this time. Of course, pretty much all the music info I have for you at this time as well. So there's a new song coming out next Friday, but I can't remember the artist's name who's releasing it. I think it's called Shoulder On. I think that's what the song's called. But anyways, real quick, as you guys know, WBJ changed their format to Southern Gospel, so now they're 107.9 The Bridge. Stacey Street and Tony Briggs will still be bringing the play-by-play for Elizabethton High School football, and I'm assuming, since that is the case, most likely Roger Norris will be bringing the play-by-play for high school basketball for Happy Valley and all those schools. But alright, that is your news update here from the news desk concerning sports and some of the latest news in country music. That Riley Green and Ella Langley collab is just kind of didn't really like it. So, I mean, you can go check it out, but it's not anything I'm going to play on here like I thought I was going to, and might be bringing a new show to the station where it's just like the essentials from certain years, like the 2000s and the 80s and 90s, instead of making it like all 80s and 90s, mix it up with just the essentials from those years. So, alright, that will do it for you and for me this evening. I will be back sometime very soon with more info. Maybe be back with a show later on tonight, tomorrow, next few days, next couple weeks. I've been taking a vacation from doing this, and then with the last show I said I'd be back and then just went off and did whatever, and I ended up just taking a vacation, not really telling anybody about it, because I don't really have many listeners on here anyway, so it's, it is what it is. It's all good. But anyways, I'll be back with another show somewhere in the near future. Probably not live, most likely pre-recorded. And now the new show that I'm probably going to bring, essentially what's going to happen is it'll be broadcast 3 times. Different episode each weekend. It'll be pre-recorded and it'll just be in automation. So if you want to request a song from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, I will play it. But without any requests, the bulk of the playlist is just going to be essentials and whatever I decide to throw in. On Friday nights, it'll be at 7 p.m., Saturday nights, 7 p.m., and on Sunday nights, it'll be an hour later at 8 p.m. Yeah, or maybe 7 p.m. I don't know. We will. Maybe 7 p.m. on Sundays. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But definitely Friday and Saturdays will be 7 p.m. Sundays will either be 7 or 8 p.m. That is your update for today. And this has been the WJOS Radio News Desk. Right here on Better Than Ever Country, WJOS Radio, Johnson City, Tennessee. Of course, online at WJOSradio.com. Thank you all for listening, and have a great evening. Bye now.